We are going to be playing around with time within this present moment, because within this present moment, we are experiencing the past, we are experiencing the future, and that's all a projection from this present moment. And all of our present moments are all that we have. And there's an epidemic of people needing anti-anxiety medication, people needing antidepressants, and it is because of how we treat the present moment. Everything in nature cycles. So if you think about sunrise, daytime, sunset, nighttime, that's a cycle. And even within those cycles, there's subcycles. So 30-ish minutes before sunrise, there's first light. If you're ever up at that time, it's amazing. It's not yet, the sun hasn't come up above the horizon, but we're seeing and feeling the energy, because it's not just light, the energy. Well, it is light, but more than just for seeing. It's the full spectrum of the light. Some of it's coming over the horizon, and we're starting to feel the day warm up before the actual sunrise. And then the sunrise happens, and it's a little bit lighter, and it gets brighter till like noon, 1 o'clock. It's super bright. 3 o'clock is actually the warmest time of the day because the bright sun has been up for a while, and then it starts to cool off. And this is a normal progression of every 24-hour cycle. The moon goes through 28-day cycles, and there's cycles within the body. Circadian rhythms, 24-hour cycles. We also have ultradian rhythms and infradian rhythms, which are under 24 hours and more than 24-hour rhythms. The brain waves also cycle. When we're sleeping, we're in this deep, so this would be like nighttime, deep delta state, where the hertz are very, very low on the brainwave frequency. And as we start to rise up out of bed, we're in theta. And theta is like this deep, meditative, even dream. It's the dream state. This is where creativity happens. And then we switch over into alpha, which is relaxed. And then beta is like high noon thinking, problem solving, excitement, alert, making decisions. And there's also gamma, which we won't really get into, but that's like heightened awareness. And we don't really get to gamma from beta, we get to gamma from theta. But imagine us sleeping every night. So we're in delta, and then we get up and look at our phone. Soon as the first image of email from ... or a notification from Instagram, somebody commented on your post, or text message from, hey, do you know that you have to do this? Soon as something like that comes in, we go from delta, we're maybe in theta for a few seconds, and then we're jumping straight to beta. That would be like going from complete pitch darkness in nature with the light straight to high noon sunlight. That would freak out every single living organism on this planet. It would freak out every single cell in our body. And that is exactly what is happening almost on a daily basis to human beings in this modern technological age. What do we do before we go to bed? We don't reduce down into relaxed alpha states and then theta to process the day, and then eventually we're sleeping. No, we phone, TV, phone, computer, phone. I'm still on my pillow. I'm still looking at my phone. Okay, I'll put my phone down. Then I can close my eyes and sleep. We are constantly in this state of beta. We're constantly under lights. So it's a match to actually, we do have high noon sunlight whenever we want with the flick of a switch. This is stressing our body out. Furthermore, the importance of this, reason why I'm talking about this, is because we are getting stuck in this brainwave frequency. So when I used to own gyms, and if you go into any gym right now, in the warm-up, you might hear words like glute activation. That's because we're sitting on our glutes, our butt, all day long. We're just using our butt as a seat cushion. And it's relaxed all day long. And unless we activate it and warm it up, we might not use all the important muscle groups back here. And we might be quad dominant or being putting too much pressure on our knees. Excuse me. I was right in the microphone. Too much pressure on our knees, which my body didn't like right there. It rejected that. So the warm up in exercise and training is to get the body prepared so that you're using the full spectrum of the body. Otherwise, you're going to use where the body's already tight because it already is powerful. Their tight muscles are actually strong. To a degree, they're also weak in certain times, but if they're tight, they're already pulling, I should say. And so if you go to move, that's going to be the first thing that pulls. And then now you're furthering the tightness. And eventually maybe scar tissue gets formed and then it calcifies, and now you have calcification in the body. Now there's this concept of the brainwave frequencies called beta calcification. And what that means is that we're calcified, we're stiffened in beta constantly, which means what? We do not know how to relax. We're no longer trained to be in a relaxed alpha state. Definitely not in a theta state where we're processing and where creative thoughts are coming, where we're meditating, where we're imagining. We're losing this ability because we're skipping over these states. We're going, and eventually even delta gets interrupted. And then the hormones that get produced at nighttime or just all day long, but hormones like serotonin gets produced in the pineal gland when the pineal gland's active. 30% of it, most of it gets produced in the gut. But that all gets interrupted, and then all of a sudden we're going to the doctor and we're saying, I'm having racing thoughts all day long. When it's as simple as turning off your phone, or at least putting it on do not disturb in the mornings and at night. Reduce some lighting. Let your body process, and then you'll be able to carry that. Now, Kriya does that. And I encourage everybody to practice in the morning before you turn on the notifications of your phone. And you should be doing something in the morning before turning on the notifications of the phone. If you are looking at your phone before you go to the bathroom, you're skipping over important steps. And it's so easy to do because it's just here. Boom, there's no effort. I learned about brainwave frequency 20 years ago when I was going to university for psychology. And it's something that most of us don't think about because it's so easy. Now, when we're skipping over this, some of the habits that we know to do consistently to be our greatest version of self, they lose their strength. They lose their hold on us because we're addicted to beta. We're addicted to thinking. And so we might be checking emails all the way till we go to bed instead of doing something that we know we should be doing. This Kriya I've been practicing in the morning. It's one of the most practiced Kriyas I've done. It's also without a doubt, up until this point, the most difficult Kriya I've personally ever done because of how my body was tight in some areas. So we have a lot of props in this Kriya. If you have a chair like this, get a chair like this. Another chair that's similar might work. It might work, but we're going to be scaling everything. Yoga blocks will help. A meditation cushion or couch cushion will help. Even a thick blanket, like a Mexican type blanket, will help. This Kriya is 90 minutes long, 90-ish minutes long. There's difficult postures, and they're difficult for a reason, so that we get out of the thinking part of the brain. And also, we're going to be using this Kriya to embed habits. This is a very special Kriya. We're going to be in the present moment, back to that, which I said in previous present moments about 10 minutes ago. In the present moment, we are going to be embedding the signature of a habit as if we've been doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, as opposed to being distracted by other things in life, like the devices. And we're going to be embedding it over and over. Now, to embed in habit, that's not easy. We're basically the body's going to be feeling like it's been doing this thing every day, but we know that we haven't been. But in the present moment, we're going to be embedding it to build that energetic signature so that we come out of this Kriya with momentum for that habit. Momentum is created in the now. And so there is some challenge. Stay safe, especially when we first start off, when we're working with opening up the heart and leaning back. Scale it. You can always repeat this Kriya. The first time I did it, I was able to hold some of these postures for seconds, under 30 seconds. And we're going to be holding them, most of them, for 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, most of them. So it's okay to just relax and repeat it tomorrow. Or I was doing it every other day for a while. Think about a habit. And it's really important for you to take this seriously. We need this. We need this intention. What is a habit that you know would support the greatest version of yourself? Single that one habit out. And we are going to be using that for this entire Kriya. Just grabbing a timer here. And let's come on to the knees.